Aloha, Douglas Namle, Administrative Officer for the Planning Department. So the Planning Department is requesting these three positions to be funded by this FEMA grant in our support of the Mayor's Office and OHCD in the implementation of this grant. We are taking on these positions for this temporary time-limited grant service in order to stand up the program quickly, start the services, and close them out by FEMA's timeline.
So in addition to these three temporary positions, it's my understanding that there is a request for proposals out there as well for work with a nonprofit to help actually administer the case management program. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. And so of the many steps that it takes to stand up a program like this, we've been working multiple tracks. With the $1.7 million roughly that the grant funds, it funds three positions to really work internally to administer the program. And the RFP has been out for a couple of weeks now to bring on a contractor who would provide the direct services to survivors of the eruption.
Thank you. I'm going to be supporting this. I really like that multi-pronged approach, and we've been trying to stand up a lot of things after this event. And this is actually really a bright line of hope that we actually can start standing up the programs that the community needs and then really start moving the recovery efforts from all different lanes. Thank you, Douglas. Thank you, Director Yee.
Sure, Sharon Hirota, Executive Assistant, Office of the Mayor. So the RFP for the Disaster Case Management Program was posted on March 15th by our purchasing department. It will be posted for 30 days. Deadline to respond is 4:30 on April 15th. Once it is closed, then the purchasing department will go through their normal procedures and then refer the responses to the review committee. And then the review committee will make its recommendation back to purchasing, and if all goes well, the award will be made. We are working up against a deadline given by FEMA as to when this grant will end. And I'm hoping that the grant will be in place at the latest mid-May.
That's excellent news. Thank you. Do you think that the four databases that are currently being merged are going to be merged by the time that this contract is awarded?
It is my understanding that the bridge has been built and there have been some preliminary reports coming out. So I'm based on what I know, yes, we will have that data available.
Great. And I just had one more question about so I'm looking at the background and justification sheet for these positions, and one of the bullets is organization and coordination of information on available resources that match the disaster cause need. So this matrix of available resources, is this being put together by these positions that are being created within the planning department, or is this an expectation of the nonprofit that's going to be awarded the contract?
So it's in partnership. So currently there are resources that are available that is managed by VOAD, which is the volunteer organization active in disaster. So they have a list of resources that is available. The High Dart, which was led by the county and 7 nonprofits, also have resources. So the goal is for this position within the county to work with the contractor to come with a combined list. We are also interested in making this list of resources available, not only in particular to the survivors of the resources in general that are available. Our goal is to eventually move this to an online platform where all community members will have access.
Okay, so just to be clear, if an individual is not in any one of the 4 databases that are being merged right now, there will still be a pathway for individuals impacted by the disaster to access resources and to have their cases managed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So part of the proposal that went out is outreach. to the community by attending community meetings, by connecting with existing meetings that are already happening, so that we can become aware of what are the gaps in the resources, so that we can see if they are available or if we need to look at other resources to make them available.
And just to be crystal clear, none of the money that's being awarded as part of this grant will be used as grants to individuals. It is strictly to administer the case management program, correct?
That is correct. The way the grant is designed, it is to pay for staffing of the case management, not for resources. We would need to find funds for resources if they're not available.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you again so much for all of your hard work in helping to stand this up. I know that you've been involved from the very beginning, from when the eruption first happened, so it's great to have you involved every step of the way. Thank you, Chair. I yield.